I feel like this is a huge topic because people struggle with this so much. Like, we're always being asked, like, what should I wear? And how do I put outfits together? And if I wear this, like, what should my husband wear? How do I dress the kids?
And, like, we can't truly decide this for people. Like, we can navigate people, but
we can give you time.
Oh, so what you been up to?
Well, we just got back from a trip.
Yes. Tell us about your trip.
We were in Cabo.
Super jealous.
I know, we were in Cabo. It was great. Did you know there's like very few areas there you can actually get in the water?
No. So why? What's in it?
The current and stuff there is so bad. And it's like the water's like a lot of people surf there, but the water is very like vicious. That's a good description. It's very rocky in some of the areas. And so you like, so in front of our resort, you see this like gorgeous like beach. I say gorgeous. It is very pretty.
Right.
But the sand is not like Gulf sand that's soft.
Is it gritty?
But it's hard. It's so shelly. Like hurts your feet to walk in.
It's like the Cayman Islands then. That's how it's rocks basically.
But then I'm telling you, when the waves crash, it's so loud. Like I could hear them like at the top of the hotel. Like it's like, you know.
Oh man,
it's so loud. We had a really good time. We did a couple different things. We got to do a city tour one day.
Okay, fun. I love a city tour.
And on that, they actually, when you think city tour, you think you're either going to be on a bus driving around or you're going to be walking, right? That's what you would assume.
It can be cab too, though.
Okay, but you would like that's what you have in mind.
Yeah.
So we get on a bus. And they proceed to explain what we're doing today, which is not what I had in mind for a city tour. It ended up being fine. It was great. We had a really good time. But our first stop was to go get on a boat.
Oh. Small boats and me, I'm out.
And when I say small, this wasn't even like little catamaran type. Like, we're talking like rubber, like side boat. Like,
they were stealing me.
Well, I was like life jackets, and I'm like, the water, like I could reach out and touch the water. And so the whole time I was like, and Jonathan and his boss, who we were there with, had gone deep sea fishing the day before, and the water was so rough. And so all I could think is, we're about to get on this like little dinghy boat, and we're gonna like capsize. Like I was just like, are we even gonna make it out to where they want us to? So the reason they did is there's like these beautiful like rock formations and stuff. There's one that looks like Scooby Doo. So I took a picture of that for Bentley, and the drinking dragon. It kind of looks like this dragon head like drinking out of the water. So we did that, and then we got to go see glass makers, which was really cool, like blowing glass. Yeah. We got a couple things from there, and then the chocolate factory is like always on the list for these places. There's a chocolate factory, like I feel like everywhere in Mexico, anywhere in Mexico you go, like on a tour, it's like there's always, but I'm down for some chocolate, yes. And then we finished with lunch. So that was fun. The other big adventure we did is we rode camels.
I don't know. It sounds fun. I want a picture of me on it, but I don't know if I want to ride it.
So I was really nervous because we've heard lots of stories. Like some people are like, they're going to be sitting and you have this like teeny thing to hold on to, and then it like, their back legs goes first and then right. And I was just like, I don't know. This isn't quite what I signed up for on vacation.
Right.
It wasn't that bad. We actually got to stand up and take pictures with a standing camel, and Jonathan let it eat celery out of his mouth.
That is so gross.
I did not volunteer to do that.
That is disgusting.
I'll have to send.
Was it slobbery?
I don't know. Maybe
you want to watch.
I didn't. I was like, I just couldn't even. Like, what is happening? Why did he say yes? Luckily, it was a long piece of celery.
Okay.
But I mean, it did get close. I learned things about camels that I had no idea. Like, they only have bottom teeth.
Oh.
Camels don't spit like everybody thinks. They actually just vomit.
Oh. Okay.
Which is worse.
That's not better.
But I will say the riding part, they were already standing, and they had like this big pole you got to hang on to, so you just kind of like got on like a bicycle and just held on or whatever.
So you didn't have to like ride it as it stood up.
No, it was already standing, so that was great. And then there was a whole line of them. We were with like 10 other people. You got to ride in couples, so Jonathan and I rode on the same camel.
Does it walk or does it trot? I need to know.
No, it walks, but I will say I was really sore the next day, which I know sounds ridiculous.
Like core?
No,
legs.
My butt bone was really
so it's not a comfy ride.
No, I mean, first of all, they're a lot wider than you imagine, like way wider than a horse. So all the guys, when they got off, they were like, "Get me off!" Like, guys who aren't flexible. That was not a fun. That was not a fun ride. Yeah. But it was. They actually walk. They sway, so they walk each. The two legs on each side go at the same time. So like a horse, it's like all fours, you know? But a camel, it just walks like these two go and then these two go. So you're like,
does any other animal walk like that?
I don't know. But they also walk in a straight line to the point that every camel, so you can see where all the paths that they like walk you on, it's the same footprints. I'm not even lying. I wish I could have gotten a picture of it. They all step in line. So it's one line.
And like not
like
a
this.
new footprint, but they literally step, like it's all like.
It's like here and then here and then here and all of them. It's the same prints the whole way.
Interesting.
Anyway, so that was really cool. So we did that. It was a great trip. It was relaxing. It was fun. We had really good food. So.
Well, it's just been winter back here.
Yeah, I had nice, like, warm weather, and y'all were back here freezing. I'm sorry.
Not jealous at all. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
But you had sessions while I was gone, so there was plenty.
Sessions. Yeah,
plenty of shooting to be had.
Actually kept pretty busy because while you were gone, we ended up having like 23 sneak peeks, which is a hefty.
That's a hefty load.
It's a hefty week. But what I shot while you were gone was probably
not too bad.
A little less.
Yeah,
a little lighter week. So it wasn't terrible. I got to spend some time with my mom.
Yay! Yeah, and baby shower.
Had a baby shower for my sister.
She's getting
so close.
My
sister's expecting her first baby. We're so excited.
I know you're like over the moon. You're a spoil this baby. I can already tell.
And I'm so excited it's a boy. And I hate to be so biased, but I love baby boys.
Yeah, you really do. Like even when we shoot newborns, I feel like. I mean, girls are fun, don't get me wrong. I love the bows and the cutesy outfits, but something about boys and the colors you get to use, I don't know. We really like
I love the
boys.
color scheme of a boy session, though. Like, sage and eucalyptus and, like, the navy and all that kind of stuff. It's so great.
Yeah.
So, speaking of colors.
And sessions.
Let's talk about wardrobe. What should you wear?
I feel like this is a huge topic because people struggle with this so much. Yeah. Like, we're always being asked, like, what should I wear? And how do I put outfits together? And if I wear this, like, what should my husband wear? How do I dress the kids?
And, like, we can't truly decide this for people. Like, we can navigate people, but at the same time, like, I could tell you to go for a jewel tone, and you are absolutely not going to hang a jewel tone on your wall. So,
right,
like,
that plays a part.
I also like to ask people, like, what does your home look like? Where are you going to hang these pictures at? Like, that's going to give us a color base, right? Because I want you to use it. Ultimately, I want you to print your picture out and put it on the wall. And so I always think that picking 3 colors and complementing those colors. And not everybody matching, but complementing between 3 colors is the best way to do it. So, like, do's and don'ts. Moms, do you feel like dresses or do you feel like more casual is the better move?
This is so hard because I feel like it partially depends on family. If you are a mom who's going to be wrangling a baby and a toddler during a session, 9 times out of 10, a dress is not your best option.
Yep.
It's going to be moving.
The dip in the front.
It's going to be sliding.
Yes.
Yeah. And so it's like, think about, I don't know, do a trial run. Like maybe once you like think you have outfits picked out, can you pick up your child and it not, because you're going to be holding kids potentially. Right. Like, is it going to bunch up? Is it going to twist funny? And so I think that partially depends. Now, if you have older children who are decently well behaved and you're not running and chasing after them, a dress may be fine. I think it also is, what is the purpose of this picture? I think sometimes people just go into like, we're just getting dressed for something when you kind of have to think about the bigger picture. Like, what is this for? Is it a big picture to remember like an anniversary? Is it, is this like the one family photo you're going to get for the next 10 years?
I agree.
Or are you naturally a very casual family? If your family wears jeans and t-shirts and that is y'all's vibe, then
I'm not going to tell you to not.
No, maybe do like a more simple version of that. Like it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to have like a print, not a print. Like it doesn't have to have like words or something on it. So if you're like jeans and t-shirts, maybe y'all are all like in black and white shirts and jeans and
a taupe.
Yes. There's so many things to think through. It's not just like cramming an outfit together.
I love jeans. Obviously I love jeans, but like jeans with a more casual, like solid color is great. I mean, black taupes. It doesn't have to be like the traditional whites. It doesn't also have to be a collared dress, like button up or a polo. And I feel like that's where most moms get stuck, like buying clothes for their husbands and sons. They want to do that, and that kind of puts you in the same wardrobe across the board. But I think
know what one of my favorite dad looks is? I love a dad in a Henley.
Oh, I love a Henley. I think they're so good looking. They're fitted to make men's bodies look better too. So like it fits your arms better. It fits their gut area better. Mm-hmm. Like they're gonna feel more comfortable in that shirt as well. And they are just there to solidify the family. They're not there like your outfit, your daughter's outfit, like something else can be the shining star
of the show.
Dad is just there to solidify it. Let him be the cool, casual, solid Henley in the back.
I just think about dads. I mean, don't force them into a polo or a dress shirt if that's just not them. If it's not them. Now, if it is them and that's what they wear on the daily and they, they have a closet full of polos that they love, go for it by all means. But
I do love a dress on a woman in a picture. Yeah. And I think
they can be very flattering.
I think it's because I am so bougie when it comes to my own photos. Like I do everything over the top. Like there's no
You want a good flow.
Here.
You want a good.
Like literally was just talking to Jamie, who is our social media marketing manager extraordinaire, about my 40th birthday. And I seriously want to have a champagne tower with like cold light flames coming up the side as I pour the champagne tower. I do everything bougie. This is me.
Over the top.
Over the top. So I love dresses in a picture. But I guess there's some photo shoots I've done in jeans, right? Have I?
And it doesn't even have to be like jeans. It could be linen pants in the spring. It could be, there's options. It could be a really cute jumpsuit, you know, which I feel like is really good for.
Rompers are back in style big time. I feel like you can really look casual but also dressy in a romper. Perfect for like that preteen stage.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Teen, that's like such a good. You're like letting them go up a little bit without. That's such a hard age to shop for. We've talked about that so many times, and our daughters are still young. But I feel like you're kind of getting into the phase where it's hard to find things, and some dresses look so little kid. But if you go to the next stage, sometimes you're like, whoa, like pump the brakes,
It gets too much. Yeah.
So a romper is a nice happy medium.
And I feel like with dresses, to always be aware at the length that they are. Mm-hmm. I feel like midi is fine. Like you can go knee length, but okay, so if you're a tall girl like me and EA, got some cave cricket legs going on over here, and we put on dresses that are cute on someone who is 5'1", and they are tunics on us. They are a t-shirt all day long. They are not a dress.
Just think about like pictures. Like if you love the blanket on the ground shot, which is so asked for in the spring and summer, be cautious of that dress, right? Like if we've
seen so many hind
sides,
like sides that is
backsides.
The backsides that we've seen. We just look at our camera like we're trying to fix functions that don't need to be fixed because we're giving you your privacy. But meanwhile, we're on 72 and you're leaning over for everybody. So keep in mind the length of that skirt.
Yeah. Okay, so dressing for the season. So it is currently February and everybody's like, it's cold outside.
It is.
I'm not thinking about flowers blooming or
I hate this time of year.
Yeah, it's gray and it's brown, but what is around the corner? Spring and Easter. Especially here. We've already, for here at Flyleaf, we've launched our Easter sessions. They're sold booked. Out. They're sold out.
And so thanks guys.
Yeah. Thank you.
Also, it's brown. Mind you. Yeah. But brown and bougie, as I like to call it.
It's a beautiful
it's very
set.
Beautiful.
But now's the time to start thinking spring.
Yes.
So
whether you have an outdoor session or you're coming for like the Easter mini session and you're trying to style your whole family.
So when you're trying to do that, right? I know we live in the South, so mamas love some smocked, monogrammed pre-orders.
Yes, the pre-orders.
So what advice would you give?
Let's talk about the viciousness of a pre-order.
Because we've seen it go right and show up and be wonderful, and we've seen it go really, really wrong, and moms be disappointed and scramble.
More times than not, I feel like you either it comes in and it's way not true to size. And and it doesn't fit your kid. It's either too small or too big. And you're like trying to find something in store, which let's be honest, there's some stores out here, but you may not find what you are looking for.
Right. Especially if it's like come in, you wait for it to come in and then you're like, wait, this doesn't work.
Yeah. Now I have 2 days. Or it just like, you just keep getting email notifications saying it's not ready yet.
It's not ready yet.
Because it's not in.
Or it's delayed. We haven't gotten it yet. So I think my biggest piece of advice, because we've seen this happen a few times, and parents get so, like, mamas, I get it. You're planning. You have this perfect vision of what this picture is going to be. I would be very careful to do a pre-order. If you're like dead set to do a pre-order, I would do one of two things. I would make that pre-order for the following year.
Right.
So it's actually, you're getting the outfit, but you're not going to use it this year. You're going to use it for next year.
And we're going to use it next year.
Or you order the pre-order and you also get a second outfit in case it doesn't show up. You don't bank on that outfit, because I would say 9 times out of 10, the pre-orders aren't getting here. And I know all of these retailers want to like hound us right now. There are some great ones who work really, really hard, but it's also out of their hands at some point. And sometimes it just doesn't happen. Especially, I feel like the spring isn't quite as bad, but you hit other holidays like Christmas, it's vicious. I mean, we had a handful of clients last year whose outfits never showed up until like well after Christmas season, Christmas pictures, you know.
Yeah,
so
and that's a bummer, and that's not what you want. And even Amazon, like shopping at Amazon has gotten to the point where you are ordering, and even if it's Prime, it's showing up
2-day shipping
later.
doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't exist anymore.
It's like out the window.
I'm just gonna preach it. Shop local. There's so many good local stores to shop between, like here in North Alabama. There's Southern Tennessee area. Like there's so many places you can go shop local. If you're like dead set on having a smoked lamb or something on your dress, we also have local people that do that.
Yeah, we do.
Like I have a friend, Emily, on Emily Miles. Like she does that, and she does a great embroidery job. And so, guaranteed,
there's
these
somebody,
small businesses
who would love to do it for
you and help you out. So there's so many alternatives than shopping these big boxes and being disappointed. Whereas you can just shop local and get something. And like we were talking about, the solid colors, go solid color. Who said you have to have something that has a smocked bunny on it? It doesn't have to say baby's first Easter on it. You can buy those and use them for your baby's actual first Easter. But when it comes to the pictures, put them in something like a solid color, something neutral, something just pretty and simple and classic. And
I was also going to say neutral. Like, don't feel like because it's spring you have to go towards like automatically go pastel colors.
Right.
You know, I think sometimes we, you know, you think yellows and teals and lavenders, you know, or those soft baby pinks, which are all great. Don't get me wrong. I love a good pastel, but you know, open yourself up to maybe some creams and soft neutral tones that can also be beautiful. That's what our set is this year. And I'm so excited. I think it's going to be gorgeous. Rally Ann's is a nice, like soft, like taupey gold.
Yeah.
Ooh, and Bentley is going to be in like this like creamy color. I'm so excited.
And boys in the creamy color for like little boys. This is so easy to dress, guys. You don't even have to think hard. It's literally like linen pants and a little bit of a darker color, a lighter linen top, throw a vest on it if you want to,
so
a little newsboy cap, always timeless, perfect, you're set. He's easy, just don't let him roll around so he's not wrinkled. But
that's right.
Since there are so many good shops around, we will in our show notes make sure that we tag some of those places and kind of like list them so you guys can find them.
A lot of them also have online shops. So like a lot of our small businesses.
Yeah, like Amy Campbell's. Oh my goodness.
White Cottage.
White Cottage.
White Cottage?
Yeah. Amy, we'll tag you.
Yeah, we'll tag you, Amy, because yes, that's
right. You also have a great small business here in town locally and an amazing storefront online. So
it is amazing. I'm always looking at her stuff.
Yeah, she has great stuff.
Okay, so one thing we offer to our clients, which is really cool, if you are someone who just struggles to put it together, like you're like, I kind of know what colors, but I don't know how to make this all work, we offer something really cool called Style and Select. You want to tell them a little bit about that?
So Style and Select is an awesome website that we, as a business, felt like it was a huge incentive for our clients.
And it has really helped, I feel like.
I think the people that are actually asking for this link and like getting the information for it and utilizing it are blown away with what it can do. So basically, Style and Select, you get to go in to our website. If you'll just email us or comment, and we'll make sure that you get a link to this because you have a special code just for our Flyleaf photography company. And so you're going to go in there and you're going to put in the gender and the sizes of everybody you need.
Right.
This can be plus size. There's so many options. It's any size that you need to put in there. And you're going to build your family's wardrobe. And when you hit all that information in,
you even get to choose colors, like the color families, like it has them in two. So maybe you want browns and whites, but you also want, you know, teal and yellow. It has different options, or lilac. You choose them, and then it's going to go through their...
So it's two colors, right?
Yep, they're paired in twos.
Okay, so like you're going to pick your two colors that you want to focus on, put in your family sizes and everything from there, and then you hit enter,
and just the
and
coolest
some
thing,
magic stuff happens, and it literally will build every single person in your family's available wardrobe outfits, including what's in our client wardrobe. So if you have a little girl that's in a size 5 and we have 5 dresses that might work for you,
it'll show you what they are.
It's going to show you that's in our client wardrobe, which is so nice. But also the best thing,
I think this is amazing. You actually, not as only showing you options, which you could just like look at and take notes and be like, okay, cool. But if you're that person who's just like, I don't want to think about it, I don't want to have to go into a store, you can click on each thing. It's going to take you to the website where it's being sold, and you can purchase right there.
Love it.
That's amazing.
Just literally click links.
Like that's just like, I don't know. I think it's the best thing ever.
I think so too. And then you know that, hey, your family's going to coordinate well.
Right.
You're getting it in the size, and they're from easier stores. I feel like they're not pre-orders. They're like things that you can go find in stores.
And it's going to ship to you directly.
It's like H&M. You know,
yeah,
it's like
H&M, Gap, Old Navy I've seen on there. But then, I mean, there are some like random ones like I haven't heard of, you know, or fancier ones, because it does also take into account, it gives you options. It gives you everything from some more casual options to some dressier options for each person, kind of to give you some, I don't know, just give you options in general.
And I will say, I absolutely love that when some of our plus size clients have utilized this website, they also found new places to shop at.
So it's just
because
kind of a win-win.
It's also hard to find clothes that always fits you. And so, like, it's a great service. So please
reach out. We would be more than happy to share it.
We will be our silent select and change your life.
Pinging back to client wardrobe, I'm going to go back to that for a second. I think not everybody does that. And so sometimes people don't know to even ask. Our client wardrobe is available to all of our clients.
Right.
So if you are a client or you're soon to be client, you're going to reach out because you watch this and we just sound so amazing. We offer everything from toddler and baby, obviously, but we also have all the way through some bigger kids, and we have women. We have a lot of women. We have maternity styles, but we also just have dresses that are good for non-maternity. So, don't feel afraid to reach out. Like we're easy to talk to. We're happy to help you, whether it's to build one or pull from our wardrobe. We just have a lot of options.
Right. Okay. So let's talk about the colors do's and don'ts, especially when it comes to spring. No green. No green in the spring.
Don't do green. Why?
The grass is lime.
So yes, and sometimes you end up blending in.
Oh.
And then it's like you're like floating, right? You're like floating in the grass or the tree line. Green. Don't do green.
What's your favorite color for spring?
I really, I don't know. The last couple of years, I think I've gotten so many neutral things, but I also think really like I love rallying in a really pale yellow.
Yeah,
like a really kind of pale yellow. I also think people always think of pink and blues. I think everybody just, for some reason, goes to like babies.
Right.
But I think they can be done so well and so pretty. You don't have to shy away from them.
I feel like blue's always a solid choice. I consider blue a neutral. And the reason is,
well, it can be.
Because from like chambray to like navy, like you have so many options for blues, and you can pair it. So you can layer it, like add those blues in. And it's funny because like so many photographers that I like follow and watch, they don't like blue. Blue's a big no for them. They like the blue, warmer though. And as much as I love warm and bold and rich color,
right?
I do love that like burnt orange, and I love black, and I love all those like warmth of those colors coming together. But blue is so good, and I feel like most people, blue works well in their homes. Mm-hmm. And so I think blue is always a good choice, and pair it with like taupes versus white.
Yes.
Like don't
I think when people think spring, it has to be like this stark white, and everybody thinks white. Everybody, white shoes, white tights, white, all things and white, white pants.
You may have a kid in your family that isn't all white.
And that's fine.
She could have a beautiful heirloom dress on, but mom could be in something soft and chambray. Mm-hmm. And then dad can be in his taupe solid Henley.
Yes.
And, and then we're kind of pairing from there. Don't forget socks and shoes too. Like little babies under the age of 1, barefoot's fine. Like let
all day long, it's not worth it. That's right.
But when they get up a little bigger, I feel like that's always the afterthought. I never remember shoes. I think Ronan's been barefoot since like 2016.
You know what shoe I've preferred on Riley Ann over the traditional shiny white shoe? Actually, I don't think I've ever bought her a shiny white shoe.
I don't like shiny white shoes either.
You know what I'm talking about. I know if you, like I'm saying that,
like
you can actually, shoes, you can picture them in the box. Mm-hmm. You know?
Squeaker not included sometimes.
Squeaker not. I really do love like a brushed gold. Those have become kind of popular, or a taupe.
Like taupe.
I'm good with a Mary Jane, but I also think the sandals that have become really popular,
perfect.
Brown too. I think sometimes people,
even the boys, by the way, the sandals on the boys, little Sansons or whatever they are.
And I also like loafers for boys, not like the tie up, not like the tie up one. I know I think it's
little
cute.
Future lawyers, like walk around their loafers. It cracks me up.
Sweet. I think it's sweet. I like it over like the lace up ones though that really make them look like they're going to get married.
I agree.
Like going to the chapel.
The little simple loafer is pretty cute on a little boy. Yeah. We actually have a client always in loafers, and I absolutely love. And he has the hand in the pocket. Perfect. Yes, he does. Nailed it. But also put him in boots, and he's like right at home. So like he does both.
So do you have any memories of any like clients who rocked it or just had like major faux pas when it came to this?
Okay, I'm going to do a straight call out to Nicotrace Perry. And I love you, woman. You are so good.
They style like no
You know what? She starts way in advance. Like she knows she's coming for an Easter session. So as soon as she books that session,
she's already looking.
She's already shopping.
Yeah.
She's got 7 options in cart. And she's going to narrow down an order.
She's gotten really good about asking us what our set looks like. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's hard when we're waiting for it to come in. We know what it looks like online, but it's hard to share that with y'all. It's okay to ask us.
Right.
Ask us what our set looks like, because if you plan a whole outfit and then realize that's not anywhere close to what the set is, or it's going to clash, we're easy to talk to. We're an open book. Don't be afraid to ask.
Right.
She is amazing.
She is always amazing, no matter when she comes.
There's always going to be some glitz in there.
Yes, and I love the glitz from her.
Some little bit of glam.
But I've also really enjoyed like even like big families, when people come and they have like extended family. Mm-hmm. It's really hard to start dressing everybody in that group. But like I said, pick those 3 colors that are going to complement your decor and your interest the best, and you're going to base that entire family's outfit around those 3 colors. Try to avoid stripes always. That's no good. But small pattern, like I'm not even against some loud pattern, but I think small pattern ends up being better. Like smaller flowers versus bigger flowers tend to
the really tiny ones, kind of dainty.
Yeah. So like for Ronan's like Easter, I've got her also taupe. And she's got some like beads on it. It's from Joyfully. Love it.
Oh, we love Joyfully.
Love Joyfully. And I'm going to put her in some brown taupe boots and some tall cream socks. And I'm going to put wildflowers up in her socks and just do and then I want to get a gold picture frame. And I saw another photographer do this, and I wish I would have saved your name, but it was like on a reel the other day, and I was flipping through, and I was like, what a cute idea. And she literally just like taped flowers on the inside of the
Wait, I saw this.
It's so good.
It is so good.
She blew me out of the water like watching her do this. So I want to kind of like do a little esque of this, and so we're gonna copy that just a little bit and use that as inspo. And I'm gonna add that to our Easter set, but I'm gonna do Ronan like with that with little tall flower socks.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
yes.
It's gonna be cute. It's gonna be cute.
So good.
Because I've been thinking about what props to use for the Easter other than a lamb, which is precious. Sometimes, it just needs to be born.
They're precious. They're precious. Sometimes
we've had one. Oh,
yeah. It was my first one to experience, and I'm telling you, that lamb was like the spawn of Satan.
Form. He was bad. He was bad,
y'all.
I've never had a bad one. I hyped up the lamb. I was like,
and he was like, they're so beautiful,
good.
And they just lay there, and they like to be cuddled. Not this lamb. No, it didn't.
He didn't know how to sit down.
This lamb, I chased so much, my sweet little Apple Watch thought I was exercising and asked if I wanted to record it. That
you should have said yes.
Like, yes, I do. Give me the credit for what I'm doing right now, because that lamb, it ran everywhere. And we were in a field. We were outside that year, and it was really cold that day.
It was freezing that day. That's why I don't like them outside, guys. Oh, it's too cold.
And this lamb just thought it was, I know, somebody's going to come and be like, it's just a baby wanting to play. Yes, it was.
It was. We weren't ready to play.
Nope.
We couldn't play on the same level as that lamb. When the farm picked it up, they were like, how was he? And I was like, he was
never
terrible.
Bring him back.
And I explained it to him, and they were like, oh. So I had to get a lamb for the next weekend, and they brought me the sweetest one with the best reviews.
Which I did not experience.
That one was an angel. Like, just cuddled, just like hugged me. It was so sweet. So sweet. Well, I think that's a good start to what to wear for your session. We hope that it helped you guys. And please comment, get that style and select link, play around with it, start planning your family outfits, whether it be spring, summer, fall.
Don't wait.
Don't wait on ordering. You should order as soon as you start finding your wardrobe, as soon as you book your session. And if you know that you're going to probably book one and you haven't done it yet, and you want to start looking at wardrobe items, do it now.
Yeah, now's the time. Don't wait. Don't wait. That's our biggest piece of advice from today. If you take anything from this podcast today, is when planning, don't wait. And it won't be there. You'll see something and it will be gone. Don't wait. Plan in advance, because as moms, we know we're busy, and it's something else is going to come along, and then you're going to look at the calendar and be like, oh no, our session's next week and I have no outfits picked out. We've all been there. I'm talking to all you mamas listening. We've all been there. So start planning now. If you have a session booked or you know you're going to, start thinking about what y'all are going to wear. And if you need help, just comment. We're going to help you.
That's right. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.